Hello, everyone! Get ready for a truly chilling dive into the unknown. Let's understand the mysteries of this terrifying story together. Today, we're unpacking the dark, twisting narrative of Burhampur. It's a village literally trapped in a supernatural stranglehold. We're going to look closely at the lore, the deadly entities that roam after dark, and a cursed history that seems to be pulling two total outsiders right into its center. You'll want to pay close attention to the details here, because in Burhampur, every shadow hides a secret, and every secret is pretty much a matter of life and death.
Okay, let's dive into this. We've got this ultimate dilemma setting the whole thing in motion. Two city girls, Ishita and Meghna, are currently trapped in this cursed village. Now, Ishita is completely done, right? She just wants to grab what they came for and escape by morning. But Meghna? She's having these vivid, totally inexplicable dreams where she's an ancient princess roaming the local palace. She's bound to this village by a mystery she just feels compelled to solve. It's a brilliant clash of motives. One wants survival, while the other needs answers, even if it kills her.
Section 1. The beginning of a terrifying night. A village locked down for a dangerous ritual. The Tantric Maharaj has ordered absolutely everyone indoors while he prepares a massive ritual.
So despite the absolute terror gripping the villagers, especially after a strict lockdown is ordered right as the sun sets, Ishita and Meghna are actually plotting to sneak out at exactly 9 p.m. I mean, why? To find a sample of something called Mrityunjay Amrit. To them, this apocalyptic supernatural crisis is literally just a hurdle for their careers. Unbelievable, right? And Anuj, the Mukhia's son, is covering for them. He's completely infatuated with Meghna despite the fact that his own mother utterly despises her and wants her gone.
Let's pause here for a second. The focal point of their entire mission is this Mrityunjay Amrit. You see, this isn't just some local artifact. It's a highly sought-after, seemingly magical substance. It's the entire reason these two outsiders are risking a village-wide supernatural lockdown. They want to steal a sample and flee before sunrise. It really highlights how deeply disconnected they are from the actual, very real danger lurking just outside their door. They honestly think they can just grab it and go.
Section 2. Nishilo and the Coffin of Death. The horrors lurking at the forest's edge.
Let's trace this timeline of terror, because it moves fast. At 9 p.m., the girls execute their plan. They sneak out the back door, leaving the safety of their room. Just moments later, we shift over to a local villager named Raju. He's casually walking near the forest edge, just trying to smoke a cigarette, completely unaware of what's coming. And then, mere seconds after the girls reach the forest border, an echoing, horrifying drumbeat begins. Bam, bam, bam.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly what they're up against. That drumbeat, it heralds the arrival of the Nishilo. Now these aren't just ghosts, they are terrifying supernatural entities accompanied by the Tabut, which is literally a coffin of death. Roger turns around, frozen in fear, as this coffin miraculously opens completely on its own. Two ghastly hands shoot out and violently drag him inside. Hearing his screams, Ishita and Meghna finally realize the sheer reality of the nightmare they've walked into, and they run for their lives back toward the safety of the fort.
Section 3. Two visions, one destination. The mystical connection to the palace dungeon.
While all this chaos is happening outside, two very different people receive instructions from the beyond. Tantric Maharaj, deep in his protective meditation, pushes his magical powers to the limit. He's guided through the darkness by a glowing butterfly, leading him straight to a hidden trapdoor in the ground. Meanwhile, Meghna, back in her bed at 4 a.m., isn't using any magic. She is completely drenched in sweat, experiencing a visceral, terrifying dream where she, dressed as a princess, navigates the exact, intricate corridors of the ancient palace to find a hidden key.
Let me ask you this directly. Have you ever had a dream that felt exactly like a forgotten memory? You know, not just a fuzzy image, but a precise, step-by-step physical recollection that leaves you waking up completely panicked, heart-pounding. That is exactly what Meghna is going through. It's unnatural, it's incredibly specific, and as we're about to see, it is deadly accurate.
Section 4. The Palace Dungeon. The morning search turns deadly.
With the morning sun bringing this sort of false hope, the Tantric and a group of village men confidently march into the massive palace to find that trapdoor he saw in his vision. But the palace isn't just an empty ruin, it's an active trap. The men spread out, and one villager, Manish, opens a random chamber door. Immediately, a swarm of bats shrieks past him. Before he can even react, a towering, cloaked figure manifests. Manish tries to run, but the door slams shut on its own. The entity grabs him, and his final scream is completely swallowed by the thick palace walls. This proves the entity isn't just defending the palace, it is actively hunting the search party. Section 5. The Secret of Berhampur Puran. Meghna takes the lead. So, the crucial point is, the search was entirely failing until Meghna unexpectedly arrived. After searching all day with absolutely no luck, they're ready to just give up and leave before nightfall. And then, Meghna arrives and suddenly takes over. She doesn't search, she knows. First, she walks directly down a highly specific corridor, completely bypassing everything else. Next, she stops at a seemingly random cupboard, pulls out a hidden box, and retrieves a massive ancient key. And then, without hesitation, she guides the dumbfounded group straight to the hidden floor door the Tantric saw in his vision. Guys, her dream was actually a flawless, step-by-step blueprint of the palace.
And she doesn't stop there. She knows exactly how to bypass the mechanism. She inserts the key into the hole in the floor and turns it precisely 3 times. Just 3 specific turns to release the heavy lock. The Tantric and the villagers are absolutely stunned. At his command, 2 men lift the heavy door, revealing the dark descent into the dungeon.
They descend into the shadows, and there it is. Resting ominously inside a glass box is the ultimate prize they've been seeking, the ancient Berhampur Puran. This is the book that holds the dark history and the deepest secrets of the village. It just sits there, perfectly preserved, waiting to be claimed.
But let's pause for a second here. Was acquiring this ancient, heavily guarded, supernatural book really going to be that easy? Just walking in, turning a key, and grabbing it? Well, in Berhampur, you know the answer to that is a terrifying no.
The very second Meghna lifts the book from the box, a strange, deafening noise erupts through the dungeon. Seconds later, an absolute nightmare scenario unfolds. Thousands of scorpions pour out from every single corner. The group scrambles in sheer panic. On the stairs up, one of the men is overtaken by the swarm, and in an instant, the venomous horde reduces him to a literal skeleton. The survivors, led by Meghna, sprint for the palace gates. They barely make it outside, but right at the exit, a second man at the back of the pack is claimed by the scorpions. His terrifying scream echoes through the ancient stones as the rest run all the way back to the fort without stopping for a single second.
Breathless, terrified, but clutching the Berhampur Puran, the survivors finally reach safety. Anuj and Ishita run up to meet them, but the Tantric Maharaj? He ignores the panic completely. He stares directly at Meghna, the outsider who just flawlessly navigated a cursed, deadly palace, and he asks her this chilling question. Daughter, how did you know about this book? And that is exactly where this explainer leaves us. What dark, buried secret connects a modern city girl to this ancient, blood-soaked lore? I hope this breakdown helped you grasp the terrifying depths of Berhampur. What do you think the Puran holds for Meghna's true identity? Keep questioning, keep analyzing, and I'll see you next time.